It'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Washington Commanders. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You talk about this Bengals defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Powell throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
3. Powell trying to pick it up on 3rd. He throws there, incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Commanders, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
A gain of 37 yards. And the Bengals 1st down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
On 2. Here's 2nd and 10. looking to pass. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To the air again, Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. 11. Burrow will throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. 11 empty. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Powell out of the shotgun. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw, Howell. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On for the field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Burrow's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Here we go.
Pollard will take it up the gut. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Burrow on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down. Fighting his way through contact. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll go play action. Howell. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I like the play action there on 2nd and short, partner. You try and convince those safeties you're going to run for it. Hit them with that play action. Looks like a run. And then try and go over the top. Didn't work, but I like the play call.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have the Commanders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
2nd down, Pollard again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, and they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now 3rd down and 7. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here we go.
2nd and 10.
12, 12, 12. 11 MT, take. 11 MT, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Here's Burrow. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
11,
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Here's a screen for Robinson. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson. Oh, a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Washington first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a 2nd and 6. Howell running right on the option. And a short gain here down to the 22. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Well, Howell's going to mix it up here. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. Shreds the tackle. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
That was well coached and even better executed, because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Robinson on a give right side. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, get in the huddle.
Second half begins with a run by Pollard. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 11 MT. Stop.
Burrow on play action. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On one, ready?
2nd and 7.
11. Twelve. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he works free. There he goes left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Here we go. 11 MT. Stop.
Pollard will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Pollard again. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Tony Pollard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
ball. Another throw on second down. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
12.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Touchdown! Keenan Allen from 6 yards away. And the Bengals are able to add on to that lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And there he goes, right side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's good for Washington. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Powell down to throw it. Batted by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes the catch. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball. Just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case,
well, we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? They do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary situations, because you're actually counting on a ball being tipped to give you an extra chance to catch it. They use that training well.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Throwing here, Howell. Buying time to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Howell tried to pick it up on 3rd. That is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin from 10 yards out. And the Commanders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Howell throwing for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe with a pick. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll try again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Commanders 9.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10.
Second down throw for Howell. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackled there by Jordan Battle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Bengals 34. Commanders 16.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
On 1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Let's get set.
And they take a knee.
Here we go, here we go.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Bengals, they did what they needed to do. They split their first two road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
Yeah. Back in my ways. Missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines. You never mind. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me, mine. Keep with a real. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a dip. Made a name for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going to school, I drop down. They try to read when I drop with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't break, go timeouts. Change up quick, they sign up. Tryna hear my line now. Thinking I'm come find out 1v1, you dust like a wideout. Studio been my hideout. Can't shed tears, mama ain't no.